Now, Channel 3 early warning weather with meteorologist Mike Cameron.
Well, it feels like a summer morning out there with temperatures running in the 60s and higher humidity. In fact, let's take a look at the neighborhood weather and you'll see that we've got some numbers that are more akin to a July morning. You have Hartford at the Connecticut Science Center, for instance, with a temperature of 65. But the other number that we often use in the summertime is that dew point. Yeah, we bring this one back. And that's the measure of humidity. And when they're in the 60s, as they are not only at the Science Center, but also in Cromwell, Middlefield, at the Independent Day School, and at North Canaan Elementary School, when they're in the 60s, it feels muggy out there. So it feels like a summer-like morning. We're going to keep the humidity around today. And with that in the air, temperatures will top off in the middle and upper 70s. We'll have a lot of clouds in the sky, and we'll continue to have that southwesterly breeze too today. Then in the mid to late afternoon, a cold front's going to be coming into Massachusetts, and then it will help to touch off a few showers that will cross through Connecticut during the late afternoon and into the evening, and then drift down to the south overnight tonight. We'll still have clouds tonight, though, and temperatures will be mild again with readings in most towns in the 60s once more. This front, though, is going to be moving through, and that's why we have the showers in the forecast for today. The air behind it will be slightly cooler, so once this front is to our south, we'll tap into more of a northerly flow again, and it will also help in keeping the skies cloudy, unfortunately, even in towards Columbus Day. Our Columbus Day forecast, we've adjusted things a bit. You'll see that in the 7-day forecast. But in the shorter term, here is 9 o'clock in the morning through noon. Notice how we have a lot of clouds in the sky. Could see some hints of some sun coming through the clouds today. There's more hope today than there was yesterday, at least when we look at all of the meteorological variables. Today, I think there is just more in play where we could see at least some holes punched through those clouds to allow some sun rays through briefly. But I'd say more of the day is going to be cloudy even today. Here's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Between 3 and 5, that's when that front is settling south. You see some of those showers dotting the skyline here between 3 and 5. So in the late afternoon, there could be this isolated shower. We don't expect anything severe. There could be a brief downpour as these things are regenerating over the state, especially in southern Connecticut. You see evidence of that here towards 6 or 7. Any one of these could actually sprout up and produce a heavy pulse of rain, but it wouldn't last very long. And you can see by 10 o'clock, all of this has drifted to the south. Then going through the day tomorrow, just a lot of clouds will be in our sky. There could be some mist or drizzle too. Here's about 9 o'clock through noon and into the afternoon. You still see the chance for some of this drizzle or mist out there all the way through late in the day. So watch out for that drist. It might get you. Okay, the tropics. We have Leslie out here. That's going to go out to sea, but it has been causing high swells. We're more interested in what might turn out to be Michael. It's still a tropical depression, but it's organizing. It's expected to move through the Gulf of Mexico, and as it does so, it is expected to strengthen, may even become a hurricane before landing somewhere maybe over the Florida Panhandle, and then crossing through the Carolinas, unfortunately, with a lot of rain. They don't need that, that's for sure, after having seen upwards of 30 inches of rain with Florence. But now the latest projection is to take the center of this to the south of New England. Before, there had been some suspicion that it might cross right through New England, but now it looks like the models want to take it a little farther to the south. It's not to say that we wouldn't see anything from this. Notice what the models do. It does carry some rain through New England, but the bulk of the heaviest of the rain will move to our south. But we will still reserve the chance for that rain for Thursday. It would be Thursday that would be impacted by that in the 7-day forecast. Notice how temperatures are cool Monday, but they warm back up for most of next week. And then next weekend is when we could see a touch of fall. It's cooling off on Friday, Saturday with a lot of clouds, only 56. And Sunday could be even cooler than that. We'll talk a little bit more about that coming up in the next half hour.